with fear, like to say you're better off than yesterday. Yeah, really yesterday. Yeah. Whispering a little too loud, but tell me why would you turn around now? Why would you turn around? Yeah. It's your last shot. It's your last shot. Don't you know when you got that nail wrong? It's your last shot. It's your last shot. Leave everything out that you got. It's your last shot. Don't try to hide all your scars. I swear they make you who you are.
Yeah, I've never heard of them before. So yeah, do definitely subscribe to the channel. Check it out on YouTube. Oh wait, did I just give the video link? YouTube channel. Alright. Oh, I already got one Rogan's up. Isn't that just nice? 2? Huh. I really appreciate it. Whoever did that, but thank you. Right, so yeah, I don't really know what to talk about today. I mean, talk about vampires. I mean, I could. It's a bit weird though, I haven't even like fully read into the subject. Watching the Mind Unveiled video. But I mean, I used to kind of be into it, sort of, as a style thing, during my goth days. But never super serious. Like, I actually hate vampires. This is because they suck. Yeah, it's a very easy statement to make. But I did kind of like pretend for a bit that I was one as a goth and all that. And I mean, goths, some of them do pretend a lot of different things. Right? I mean, it used to be quite easy for me to kind of really look like a vampire by just slight makeup and all that. Just a little bit pale and a little bit dark here and there, and then yeah, I could fit right into a movie at the time. But I mean, it never wanted to really follow up on it. Did some weird things with one of my girlfriends though, but I mean, yeah, that was weird. I'm not gonna get into the details of that. Oh, poor you, thought you were gonna have some rumors. Yeah, and it's not my ex, just for a record. It's from way before that. Alright, but anyway. was really impressed at the time by the Underworld movie, especially the first one. The other ones kind of sucked. Although the second one was okay. Wait, I think... Was it the second one? I think the third one really sucked. The second one I thought was... man, I'd have to... It's so long ago since I even watched any of that. But I remember that the first one, just the style of it, it was just like... I really liked The Matrix, not just because of the story, but also because of the style, clothing styles and all that. And like that was really, for me, kind of a trendsetter to get into goth and all that. But like a more moderate goth, not just like, I'm gonna look like a freaky monster or something. Like, no. Style. And the movie Underworld also had that. And I like that. Anyway. So a long time ago. 20 years. Yeah, like back then, I wasn't all that much into like esoterics and all that. I mean, it would happen, but I wouldn't be focusing on it. I was focusing more on the shell rather than the content with a lot of things. Besides, like, the people that I hung around with were not super interested in esoterics and more in style. I had some crazy days though in my gothic days, especially when I was still into black metal and all that. Still remember that going to like a black metal concert in Amsterdam, and then like we'd be like on the train to it, and there were a whole bunch of goths there, and they were like, hey, we're all goths, we're all going to this, aren't we? And then we basically got not so nice and just started to freak everybody else out on the train that wasn't goth by basically start running and going like vampires, like and all that. Like in a massive group, and some people like really fucking freaked out. It was kind of dark in retrospect. It started out seeming like, oh, this could be fun, but got kind of dark. Not that anybody beat anybody up, but like we really scared the shit out of some people there. Weird things. Those were the days that I really like to keep in the past. Don't have any ambitions of getting back to that. For me, it was all experimental anyway. It's just now, it just seems like... I mean, I still like the style. I like... style. Like, the appreciation in detail of appearances and all that. It's also what I like about, like, the Victorian age clothing and all that. Like, I have an appreciation for quality appearance. But, like, the rest of the goth scene is like, it was just like, like, I am not like the normal people, and oh, we hate Christians and all that. I never really hated them, but I did always have like a disdain for like churchians people that were like really stupid but thought that they were better because they're part of a church, and they were always cranky and patronizing. I hated that. But what I did kind of miss, and it even like gradually got me out of the goth scene, is that I just kind of wanted to find a goth chick that would underneath it be like, yeah, I'm actually really nice and kind of a hippie, but I just like this style because, well, that's kind of what I was. I was kind of a hippie playing goth. And I mean really getting into that. But underneath it, I had never had like any like really dark rottenness to me other than my personal issues where that I've carried over from like childhood and all that. Bad self-image and just emotional issues, but never like a brooding longing to, I don't know, create suffering or anything. And I've met people that actually have that, which is really bizarre thinking back to that. And even back then it was really bizarre to me. Like, okay, don't you understand that that's completely pointless? Kind of thing. Like, why would you do that? Like, how does this actually help you? It doesn't. It's just satisfying a petty ego, and it doesn't give anything back. Like, you'll just feel miserable again right after that's over. It's stupid. Like, I did learn that. So, but I mean, I had always hoped, like, that goth would be like a weird thing where everybody's basically really ascended and happy and just like for a hobby play a theater of being a bad guy or something, but not actually being it. Like, that's how I wanted it. It's like, I am here to be spooky and entertaining, but I'm actually really a nice guy. But yeah, I mean, there were like some, especially goth girls that were secretly underneath like really sweet. And I really appreciated those. But I mean, tons of goths were just, I mean, I'm talking about 20 years ago, so who knows what they're like now, or what the new goth generation, if there even is any, are like. If they're not just like freaky communists or something, SJWs, that are just being freaky just to be anti-society kind of thing, which I hate that. But yeah, the reason why I got in at the time, it didn't really work out. Because I was just thinking, like, what if we just build a new culture with this? A culture of beauty and, like, intellect and like, yeah, you can feel like you're a little bit better than other people, but, like, in a guardian type way, and not just like, oh, they're also, like, they are actually profane and we need to get rid of them and all that. But that, yeah, it didn't really work out. And so I just kind of slowly drifted out of it. But I mean, I'm still, like, I just like wearing black. It feels better to me. Like, compared to the time periods where I wasn't wearing any black, but like was wearing colory stuff and all that, the real hippie phase, which is like most of my teens and all that. And I'm like, oh, like, this is so much better. Like, the whole hippie image fitted me even worse than a goth. Like, when I was a goth, I did actually get, oddly enough, more respect from people. While when I was a hippie, like, people were really nasty to me sometimes. There were some serious hippie-hating people out there. And they also just thought that they could do that. It's like, oh, it's just a hippie. They're weak. I can just bully them. Like, what the fuck? Thinking about it, back to it. Like, what the hell's wrong with those people? Right, but when I became a goth, that kind of stopped. And then the worst that would happen is that there were some, like, weird, insecure, churchian young people that would be like, hey, why are you a Satanist? And, like, no. Like weirdo people that were like just freaked out, and sometimes even like, oh, you're not welcome here. What? Why? Anyway, hope everybody's enjoying themselves and not having any comments in the chat just yet. Let's see. I'm bringing back old things. Talking about my past, about the goth period. I mean, I did really enjoy, like, the parties and all that. Compared to, like, every other party, it was great. I wonder now how I would endure it, because, I mean, goth music typically did also, like, have some gay stuff. Like, sort of borderline gay music in there, which is also very typical 80s, by the way. I had a lot of, like, parties that I went to that were 80s themed. But there was, like, some gay in there, and, I mean, I used to just ignore it. Now I think that I would, like, get really irritated about it. But overall, I really enjoyed the goth scene, the music that was there. In all kinds of directions, from, like, typical German electronic style to more like old-fashioned rock and roll type goth things, like Sisters of Mercy and all that. Very, very familiar for a lot of people. But also like that fairy tale side of like more classical style gothic rock. Like Nightwish, like people probably know about that sort of thing. Like, or Within Temptation even. Like, I just like that there was so much beauty and like emotion involved in that too. It's just more depth. And I liked it all, like, way more than any other scene out there. And if it were out there, I'd still be drawn to it, as long as it's not just like trashy, noisy music, because there was some like a noise scene. It did border like the punk scene almost, like getting really just noise and trash and like it sort of blended from a goth into the punk, and I did not like that corner too much. I was never really a punk guy. It's been a long time since I went out. I would really like to try it out again. But I mean, I'll have to be in a better condition than I am now. Financially. Oh. Right. Hmm. I had a whole period too where it was like more into the paranormal, because I mean I was like that on top of it as well, really interested in mediums, like what could they actually do. So I did actually seek out multiple of them just to try to figure out like how it worked. And from that study, I did develop my own version of it, which is dreamwalking. I developed that based on my interactions with mediums. Where before it would just be like chaotic dreaming without much discipline, the fantasizing in all directions, and like that would not be always great, to like realizing like how mediums operate, how that works on different levels, like from just getting intuition from above to actually having them be possessed by another entity. I've experienced that multiple times from people, and like really serious, like that's real, that's not a fucking joke, like it really is real. There's something really real. It's not an act, it is like not an act, like provably. It's very strange. And then just kind of like with that in the back of my mind, like started to develop like, what if I can just like have a more controlled inner world, instead of just having all that freedom in there, actually apply a discipline to that, like gain control over my inner mind, which is like my inner mind is very powerful, like always has been from a very young age on, like really scary to some people how intense and detailed it can be and what I can do with it. And I've always like, also by the way, I've never like actually been fully possessed like some mediums do, like where you literally become another entity and you're not there with your consciousness. Because I was like scared of that. I've always been scared of like losing consciousness control over my body, and that some other entity would just like be there like, hey, oh, I'm gonna abuse this. Like, ugh. That freaked the hell out of me. So, it's never happened. As far as I can remember, nobody ever told me. I mean, the moments where I would be really freaked out and like hallucinate are like the closest I've ever come to that. But it would just be extra experience that I would have that would be really bizarre and not matching actual reality, rather than I would have like insane physical behavior other than just me being manic. That wasn't me. Like, I've never behaved in a way that wasn't me. Like that. But like all of that did help me to become more aware and more serious about the inner mind and take control over it. Right? And at first, you might fear that if you start to take control and discipline over your inner mind, that you're gonna lose it. Oh, that's like the ego telling you, like, oh, if you try to put reins in it, I'm gonna go away. Yeah, that's freaking bullshit. Like, you're supposed to do that. Like, a wild horse is gonna also try to convince you, like, if you try to tame me, I'm gonna jump over the fence or run away. Like, yeah, that's what it always says at the beginning. They won't actually do it, though. Right, right? So I'm really happy that I have done that, and because there's just so much I've been able to develop because of that life decision. And it massively helped me to really understand bigger, more complex things. If not just by having control over my inner mind, prevented me from getting distracted by my inner mind in response to tackling these more pressured, complicated situations about life. Universally. Right? Because the inner mind can literally distract you from understanding things. If you don't have it under control. Like this happens with a lot of people, right? It's the same effect that feeds cognitive dissonance reactions. Right? You're talking to somebody, you're laying down an argument, the person is like not hearing it. Immediately rolling out something to distract away from it, just to avoid recognizing the implications of what you just said. Well, that's literally the undisciplined inner mind that makes them do it. It's like being possessed by your inner mind because you don't have control over it. Yeah? I don't have any cognitive dissonant responses. Like any at all. It doesn't happen. Because I have a firm grasp on my inner mind. If you have a firm grasp on your inner mind, you're not going to have cognitive dissonance anymore. About anything. You'll just be able to see things for what they are and then choose. Right? You can choose to dream. You can choose to believe in something that even is provably wrong. Like, just like you can choose to believe in the Lord of the Rings universe. Even though it's, like, not real, at least not now. Like, at best it's like, oh, it's a super far past beyond our grasp. Like, okay, sure. Maybe it was, like, post-Age of Wonders or something. Like, but it's not here now and there's no way to really get that proof. So you can believe in it, even though you know it's not real, without having cognitive dissonance issues. You just have control over your inner mind. And I can do the same thing with the whole space dream stuff. Like, I know it's absolutely not real. But I can ride the dream, like dream alongside other people that do believe it's real. Right? And without having cognitive dissonance issues. Like, I won't even have like the risk of accidentally snapping into it and then like, maybe it is real. Yeah, no, that's never gonna happen anymore. But I can just go along with it for a bit. Even to the point where I enact Baldwin procedure. You know? So, yeah. I should probably put something like that in the title. Talk about the inner mind. Anyway, hope everybody's enjoying the show. Don't forget to Rogan's it up if you are. Okay, let's start with this. Gaining control of the inner mind prevents cognitive dissonance. Not bad. There it is. Oh, somebody took the second thumb up. Rogan's up away. Okay. 14 watching. Right, so if nobody's gonna say anything in 25 minutes, I'm gonna round out. Yeah, and this time, when I round out, oh, you speak up when I'm rounding out? Well, too fucking bad. Because I will continue the round out and then end the show. Yeah? If you want to interact with me, you're gonna have to do it during the live show. And not when you hear me rounding out. Okay? Also, please support me through the PayPal, Patreon. I got my Patreon support in. I mean, it's very little, but I mean, it's something. Like $5 or something. I mean, thanks for my Patreon supporters. Appreciate it. I could really use some extra support for like food and all that. Would be nice to have like a decent meal on my birthday tomorrow. Would be great. Thanks. Let's take a look around. What's happening out there? Yeah. Yeah, this whole thing about the USAID, right? USAID getting taken down. I mean, that thing was like the core system that just created all the insane woke propaganda around the world, like including in Europe, like directly. It's insane how they managed to set it up. Like US taxpayer dollars literally paid to create woke propaganda around the world. It's like, what the fuck, man? But it's being completely demolished. So that's it's astounding that it was like that in the first instance. Like, that's, how the hell did they get away with that for so long? Alright, so yeah, Trump and administration and Elon and all that, they're still crushing it. Liberals, politicians are completely flipping out over it, like literally going insane. It's kind of hysterical. Right. In the meantime, though, in Europe, things are not looking super great. They're like pushing it. They're pushing their empire shit like even worse here in the Netherlands and Europe. Now that like Trump is unraveling all of the control in the United States. So they're losing their main asset that helped to create it all. And they're really like just like quickly imprison everybody so that we can maintain this thing that we've been building. Like a European neo-Nazi empire, which is really what it is. But I mean, they're actually trying. I really hope it doesn't go through. I mean, that would be devastating and like absolutely shamelessly evil from the people in the government. Like, there's no excuse for this ever. That they want to completely ban all organizations that criticize, not obstruct, but even criticize the government here in the Netherlands. I mean, this is even like beyond British policy, and they're like the worst with that shit. Maybe Germany too. But like in the Netherlands, this is just as un-Dutch as it gets. It's seriously, it's like it's beyond constitutional fundamental right for a Dutch person to whine about the government. Like, if we can't do that, then it's not the Netherlands. Like, there's two things we are supposed to be able to whine about, and that's the government and the weather. That's our fundamental, beyond constitutional Dutch right. It's what we do. So what they're suggesting is like, oh, we can't have any organizations that actually openly criticize the government. Like, absolute insanity. But they're trying, they're just trying. Hello, the Hyperion. Alright. So that's happening. And I mean, I really hope it's not gonna happen. Like, it's the proposal, and like they can't let this through. That would just right. Also, the EU is now allowing bugs to be processed in bread, cheese, jam. Why the fuck would you put it in jelly? And pastas. Like, they're allowing it. I mean, this is not gonna work out well. Like, companies that are doing that are going to go bust. Like, they are going to go bust. And any freaking company that's gonna try that is going to go bust. This is just like, oh, we really need like a tranny to represent our brand, right? Bud Light. Like, yeah, oh, you're doing that? Oh, well, you will go bust then, you fuck! Yeah, oh, you're just gonna do it. Yeah, you're going to go bust then. And in my opinion, if you cooperate, you should not just go bust, you should go to jail. Go to jail for blatantly playing along with provable Nazi-like eugenics-based agendas that are anti-population. Yeah? Cooperating with the eugenics agenda, in my opinion, is a crime. It's not just bad and let the market work it out. No, it is a crime to cooperate with it. A crime. Right. So don't do it. The organic industries isn't gonna do it. They know better than that. Like, they're all very informed about health things. And just because of that, right? I mean, if there were some bugs and it was like completely safe and like, oh, it's just the idea, it's just gross, right? Well, if it was just that, then I could be like, okay, well, it sucks, but as long as I don't notice, right? And I won't notice in my health, then okay, whatever. But I mean, it is actually provably unhealthy, and they can't prevent that. like the chitin, the insect shells and all that, which is like all of the bugs, and you can't get it out. Like, you can't get it out. You can't like industrially get all the stuff from the bugs that have that toxic substance in them. You can't get it out. It's not doable, right? So there's a toxic factor to it that cannot be availed. It cannot be avoided. And that's why it's just no. Just no. There is a toxic factor, and the toxic factor cannot be removed. So that's a clear no. Right. Right? I mean, at best, when it comes to bugs, you could, I guess, oh god, I think it's gross, but you could theoretically use like those beetle larvae, right? Those weird larvae that are like in wood and all that. The Aborigines used to eat them a lot in Africa. Like, they're very popular. They're actually kind of nutritious and sweet. And they, like, their larvae, there's no chitin in that, except the head, perhaps. You shouldn't you swallow the head. And the rest is just like a worm thing. Like, it doesn't have that chitin. It doesn't have a hard skin or anything. And so, like, theoretically, well, you could use those in food if you could somehow manage to mass produce that. I don't know if that's even possible. But theoretically, you could, like, process that. But, oh no, that's not the thing they're doing, though. No, they're, like, using mealworms or whatever the fuck they are, which are, like, things that do have, like, a hard skin. So there is the chitin. So there is the toxic substance. Like, all these bugs they're using, like crickets and mealworms, they all have the chitin. They all have the toxic influence, and you can't get it out of that. So that's what they're going for, and so it should be completely halted and shut down. Shut down entirely. Yeah. Right? Because if you want to, like, oh, we want to make people eat the bugs, well, then provide bugs that are not toxic. Then provide something that is reasonable. They're not doing it. Yeah, they're not doing it. Because why? Because the bugs is not for our own good. It's not because, oh, it would improve society. No, they're doing it because it's toxic. That's why they do it. It's like, it's cheap, but it's toxic. Oh, are you all too poor? You can't afford your food? Well, just eat some bugs then. And die slowly and painfully. And yes, oh, we'll help you in our hospitals after you got, like, all these diseases from consuming bug parasites and chitin. Yeah, it's fucking evil. It's just part of a eugenics program rollout. Yeah. Theoretically, it could have been something that was viable if they had tackled the chitin toxic situation with it. They haven't. They have not done that. They explicitly have not done that, which means it can never be a viable new food source to integrate industrially in society. It's always going to be that toxic crap, and it should just be removed. Yeah, industrially produced toxic food is always bad. Just like Bill Gates' disgusting fake meat is always bad. It's always toxic. It's never going to be not toxic. It should be forbidden entirely. And the greater part is, but it should be like worldwide forbidden. Not just, hey, we're not going to do this in our country, but rather, you're not allowed to do this anywhere. Like, this is universally illegal activity. You should not be allowed to do it at all, or even experiment with it. Like, ban, total ban, right? Just like chemical warfare. It's not like, oh, you're not allowed to do chemical warfare in this country. No, you're not allowed to do it anywhere. It's completely forbidden. Yeah? And so it should be with frickin' fake meat and toxic bug protein with the chitin. It should be universally forbidden. Right? You want to do a bug protein factory? Okay, how did you solve the chitin? Oh, you didn't? Oh, over, shut down, fine, big fucking fine. Yeah? Oh, you want to tackle it without the chitin? Okay. Go ahead. We'll see. We'll see how you do. Yeah, but if there's frickin' chitin in it, shut down. It's that simple. It really is. Right? So, hope everybody's appreciating the show. Kind of inspired today. Hello, Porter's boy. Good to see you. Don't forget to Rogans it up. Hope you're liking me sober. I don't have any cannabis or anything. I'm completely out. It's a bit challenging to deal with being forced to quit that just because of money issues. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna prioritize food, so wow, I didn't even know this. USAID, it actually financed the World Economic Forum with US tax dollars. I did not know that. That's even more extreme. Seems like the USAID has like been the core of like all of it. Like the entire anti-human movement has been financed with the frickin' USAID. Like all of it. This is insane. And it's getting shut down, guys. Like it's gone. It's dead. It's been encapsulated, locked off, finances impounded, confiscated, and rightfully so, and criminal investigations. Like, they're doing it! It's done! They're doing it! Yeah? I mean, thank you, Trump, thank you, Elon Musk. Even though you know it's real because it looks so fake and your space shit, like, I don't care, dude, you're crushing it. Elon is a legend, as far as I'm concerned now. And he has proven to actually have real intelligence. Even though he stutters like a fucking retard. Which he does. I mean, Elon, you are smarter than you appear to be. But dude, you stutter like a fucking retard. Yeah, I'm not falling for it. It's not whatever they call it, Asperger's. Like, no, you stutter like a fucking retard. I'm sorry, but respect, man. Everybody has their issues. I have fucking issues, right? So who am I to say? You got all the successful companies and limited success, but I mean, you're doing it, and I thank you, and I thank Trump, and I thank the whole team for actually stopping this worldwide communist revolution, killing it. And I'm loving it. I've been waiting for this for so long, and they're doing it, and they're doing it totally. It's not just lip service. It's not just, oh, we're gonna take them down a notch. No, they're literally like swiping the entire carpet. They're like tick, 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 like chipping the foundation. Like, we're gonna get the floor out of it. We're gonna like totally tear the entire foundation of it. They're demolishing it. It's gonna be gone. Like, this cannot just be reconstructed after they're out. Frickin' communist, eugenicists, robber barons, they're gonna have to like spend a lot of time and have a lot of people turn a blind eye to their activities, and then even then it's gonna take them like decades to build something like this back up. And I don't think that they will be able to. So this is just really good. I'm very happy about Trump's new presidency. It's way better than I actually thought it was gonna be. I thought it was going to be a super mixed bag. I mean, it still is to a degree. I mean, right? Israel's situation is not being tackled. They're clearly in bed. Even other people are calling it out. Like, even on InfoWars, they're calling it out now. I have done that very early, like even on my show. And they're doing it now. They're realizing, like, oh, it's all great. Yeah, except the whole frickin' Israel thing. Like, how do you fix it? Right? But it was never going to be absolutely perfect. Right? We should all, despite it not being perfect, be very glad that the frickin' woke agenda is getting snuffed. Is getting absolutely executed. Annihilated. With worldwide implications. Like, this is really good. This is creating a better world. It's not a perfect world. It still has injustices. But it's just so much better. Right? At least you're not like being dominated by pure, unmitigated evil all the time. I'd say that's a big improvement over like the last 20 years. Right? What I'm mostly wondering about is like what is mainstream media gonna turn into now? Because I mean, these vampiric people in there, like, they don't want to let go. They don't want to let go of their crazy anti-human power. What's going to happen to them? Are they going to be taken down in, like, Epstein Island-like exposures? Like, what's going to replace it? Like, how is the new mainstream media going to be? It's going to be a completely new type of flower. Because that old system just will not work now. Now that their main financiering apparatus is getting completely axed. Alright, 1 hour in. Hey, any feedback would be great. Any feedback in the chat, right? Any feedback. feedback would be great. Instead of hi, and that's it. Yeah, it's a very long title now. Very long. Hope you guys appreciate it. Right? My experience with goth culture, gaining control of the inner mind prevents cognitive dissonance, and USAID getting axed ends the worldwide woke era. No, Hyperion. No, that's total nonsense. I don't even need to check out any video to know that that is total nonsense. Thank you very much. Yeah, nobody's sending anything to Japan. That's just stupid. Yeah, there's been a request to send Palestinians to Jordania. Yeah? That's not fucking Japan. That's retarded, Hyperion. You can't be seriously saying that. Or maybe you're just doing it on purpose with being a troll. I mean, nobody's gonna buy that. Yeah? It's ridiculous. And like, you think that Japan is gonna take in anybody? Like, they reluctantly even like started to take in refugees recently, and like regretting it enormously. Okay, yeah. Now that the woke era has ended, like they're only going to deport people. They're not gonna take in anybody. Like nobody's gonna make them do that. It's ridiculous. Especially Palestinians. Like, what the fuck are Palestinians gonna do in Japan? It's ridiculous. Alright. So yeah, that's not feedback. That's a new question about another subject. Do you know the difference between asking a completely new question about a different subject and feedback, which is about the subject that is being discussed? Do you know the difference? Huh? Is it complicated? I'm not gonna care. Everybody's fucking retarded in my chat. Every time. Everybody's just fucking retarded. People don't have anything to say. I guess talking is none of you guys' strong point. Like, none of you. So, whatever, man. No feedback. Nothing sensible to say. Well, that's just my life. I'm just gonna have to deal with it. I'm gonna do my show nonetheless. Like, even if there's exclusively retards in the chat. I don't have for trolling. Oh, okay. A stupid channel who hates Trump and calls him Antichrist. Oh, Trump's saying that. Okay, well, it's stupid. I mean, maybe Trump said something stupid, right? Nobody's gonna fucking make Japan take in any refugees, and that's final. Like, Japan, on average, really loves Trump, yeah? If Trump's gonna make them frickin' take Palestinians, that's gonna be over. Why the hell would he do that? Why the hell would he compromise his popularity in Japan? It's ridiculous. It's not gonna happen. And seriously, all these people that are like, oh, Trump's the Antichrist. Fuck those people. I hope they all get struck by lightning and die. Fuck those people, yeah? Things are getting fixed. Yeah? Oh, is the Antichrist? Oh, that's the guy that actually fixes problems. Oh, really? So you're gonna whine and complain about the one thing that actually fixes shit and exposes it? Well, that's the Antichrist. You go fuck yourself, yeah? You deserve to be struck by lightning, dead. You're a fucking scumbag. Yeah, you don't have to like Trump, you don't have to trust him. You calling him the Antichrist over everything he's done right now? You deserve to fucking feel the wrath of God, you fuck. Whoever the fuck you are, there might be thousands of you. I hope God punishes you hard. Yeah? And I'm sure that when things shift around, right? When it's not so good anymore, which I announced, like, before Trump even became president, I announced, like, it's a really good time and then a really bad. And I'm sure that when the bad times happen, all these motherfuckers now that are whining about Trump being the Antichrist, they're all gonna just fall in line and cock the shit out of him. When he actually turns dark, if that ever happens. And these people are just pieces of shit. Scum. Total fucking scum. Yeah? Somebody's doing something good. Oh, he's the Antichrist. Oh, what? So you're fucking Satan then? Yeah, you're an envious satanic scumbag then. Yeah? Why don't you start calling him the Antichrist when he's actually doing Antichrist things? When the world is turning to hell because of his actions. Why don't you do that? No, you gotta do it when he's actually doing good things. Fucking retards. Trump derangement syndrome. Yeah. It's horrifying. Dante's 6. Right, anyway, I hope everybody's enjoying the show. Don't forget to Rogan's it up if you are. Yeah, nobody fucking cares, dude. Hyperion, nobody cares. We know. We know. Yeah? Get the fuck over it. There's nothing you're gonna do about it. And whining, it's not good enough. It's not gonna help anything. You get it? You fuckwit? Get the fuck over it now! Use the fucking momentum to improve your life, you idiot! I don't know if that's you personally, Hyperion. Maybe you're just trying to forward something, but I mean, get the fuck over it. Get the fuck over it. There's nothing you're gonna do about it. Whining like this, spreading people whining about it is not going to change anything. Nothing. Ridiculous. And I mean, if that really is true, a Japanese in Japan parliament asking if it's true. Oh, so he's asking if it's true, not whether it's like, oh, you're actually doing it? Okay. So not evidence then. Oh, cyber blitz. But who knows? Maybe Trump did actually do that, and maybe something like that is gonna happen. It's weird. I mean, the Japanese are not exactly gonna be thankful for that. But on the other side, it is like away from Jews. Rothschild not being allowed in Japan and all that. So it would be a more safe place for the Palestinians than, say, Jordan. So who knows? Maybe he's actually planning something like that. It's really weird though. Besides, are there even that many Palestinians left? Oh, okay.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm just mentally ill.
No, I'm not. I'm just pissed off against anti-Trump whiny people. Especially since you're like, oh, he's the Antichrist. Oh, okay, well, if that's your source, then that's pretty much what I responded to. It just seems a bit haphazard an idea, but I mean, maybe that is the plan. Who knows? Dude. What? Hey. Oh, I didn't even have a chat out there, huh? There you go, chat added. Right, so yeah, maybe that is real, Hyperion. Thanks for sharing that. Don't just call me mentally ill, that's stupid. So if you want to come back from that, you're always welcome. I haven't banned you or anything, right? But you should definitely realize that my anger was not directed directly against you, but rather the source that you would post, right? Hope you get that. I haven't seen any mention of it though. Why do I like Trump so much being Dutch and all? What? Why wouldn't I like him being Dutch and all? What the hell does that mean? Tim Tech time? What is that supposed to mean? Why wouldn't I like him being Dutch? I don't get it. Can you explain that to me? FED sucks without me. Okay. If you say so. I don't know, I don't really watch it. Right, but I mean, nobody's stopping you from asking those guys, hey, could you invite Arwen back? If I got any kind of contact asking me, hey, could you please come back? Like by Nathan himself, and then I'll state my demands about how to be addressed. Like, that they're not just gonna go right back to just treating me like I'm some kind of pariah. And then who knows, I might pop in. Right? It's not like he has an influence on my country's political situation. Yeah, he does. Like, it's influencing all of Europe in a big way. England, Germany, France. It's having a massive impact what Trump's doing. Yeah, and the US aid organization, like, has been sending money to those countries for their frickin' woke shit too. It is having an impact. Right? And like the Dutch politicians here that are in actual opposition, Forum for Democracy, they are getting a lot of momentum now. Everybody's like, oh, are these guys finally gonna win here? Finally? Because I have a strong suspicion that even in previous elections, like, I believe, I have no direct evidence, but I believe there was like massive voter fraud being committed. Because it just seems like all the votes that Forum for Democracy had were just getting deleted. When they were already massively popular. Like in the last vote. So I appreciate you guys actually being active in the chat, by the way. Wasn't sure that was gonna happen at the beginning of the show. Hey, what's this I misspelled? Title I misspelled. Xerians. This is... Where the hell did the P go? Did McToon have me on? No. No, I never got a response through email. So I think he was just trolling me. I don't care. It would have been kind of cool, maybe. But I mean, I don't really care. Man, I can't believe that I'm like 45 tomorrow. Doesn't feel any different. Right. I'm very happy, by the way, now that I'm a bit older. Like, yeah, I quit drinking. That was like the best thing ever. It really should not be underestimated how much negative influence that actually has, especially when you get older. I'm just so glad that I'm like completely off it. Very, very happy about that. The Lion Glover, yeah. This is- in 6 months. Okay. Hey, Anunnaki, good to see you. You must have gotten early. Yeah, I was actually exactly on time today, Anunnaki. It's been a good show overall. Got a bit heated up. It's just that people out there whining about Trump being evil and the Antichrist, and you're like, I just can't stand these people. Like, instead of just like what I have been doing, like, hey, this is a great opportunity. Like, Americans, like, it can be a little golden age. It can. If you just make your moves, if you're just doing it, like, get that job you really wanted. Like, not for the money, but for the job. Get that job. Like, it might not be feasible at this point, but it's going to become that. And if you just get that job and hold on a little bit longer, then when all the taxes fall off, it's going to be great. You're going to have that fantastic job and you will be prosperous and you'll have it, while others suddenly start scrambling to get those jobs that you already got. And now there's no giant line in front of you. Yeah, I gave that advice. Like, that's good advice. That's something that's really relevant. Just whining and complaining about, oh, Trump is not good enough and he's the Antichrist. You're like, oh yeah, that's so freaking helpful, man. No, that literally is just shooting yourself in the foot. It's so stupid. I'm insensitive. No, take that. No. Just no. Watch the SpaceX rocket fly by horizontally last night. Okay. Yeah. But I think Tim's Tech Time, like, Trump is not creating, like, an economic disaster. Like, the economic disaster was already there, has been building in the United States for a very, very long time, with nobody being able to really do anything about it. What Trump is doing is actually giving the United States a chance to get out of it.
You hear Trump talk about it?
Thanks for the super chat, Cyberblitz. Appreciate that. You hear Trump talk about Gaza? Yeah, I addressed that, like, the very day that happened. And I was saying, like, yep, no, it's definitely... He's siding with Israel. It's the downside that's happening. And so what? So it's not perfect? Oh, he's not Christ in a man returning? Oh, too fucking bad. Yeah? Something is being fixed. Something is being done. It doesn't have to be perfect. As long as it's better than it was. And I have confidence it will be. He's really making an effort, and the whole Trump team is really, really making an effort. Like, Titan level effort, real serious effort. It's better than any of you deserve, actually, if I have to be really honest. Deliberately crash the world's economies with his tariffs? No. No, it's called trade wars. Tim's Tech Time. It's not crashing economies, it's called trade wars. Yeah, and it's only if a country like, I don't want it, I don't like him, I want the woke shit. Yeah, well, then you're gonna fucking crash. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, until you get overthrown by the people that hate you, hate everything you stand for, and then get replaced by somebody that is, or that has a lick of sense that is going to cooperate, and then the freaking terrorists will go away again. Yeah, that's what it's for. It's a trade war. Trump is not out to just ruin economies. It's not like you're gonna get this tariffs and you're gonna, like, I'm not gonna take it back. Like, there's nothing you can do to make me change it. Like, no, there is things that can be done to make him change the tariffs. Absolutely. Yeah, it's a trade war. It's like a game, big geopolitical trade game. He can do it, he is doing it, and he's doing it very eloquently, very successfully. And he's not out to just ruin economies. Yeah? He's creating ultimatums. It's a part of the strategy. So, you just have to understand what he's actually doing. Anyways, no. That's ridiculous. You're an idiot, Tim. It's just stupid. You're being dumb. Because what you don't seem to get is that these countries that he's doing that with, they have all bent the knee. They have all submitted. Then their tariffs go away. and then the economy is rolling again. Yeah, so not crashing economy, stabilizing economy. He's doing exactly the opposite of what you think is going to happen. Because apparently geopolitics is not your thing, Tim's Tech Time. Right, hope everybody's enjoying the show. I'm kind of fired up. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. Maybe it's, oh my god, why do you have to be so unreasonable? Yeah, well, not smoking any weed, you know? It does get me a little bit more like this. And I mean, I'm fine with it. Right, anyhow, if you're liking the show, don't forget to Rogan's it up. And please also do support me through PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links in the description box below. Or the super chat like Cyberblitz there. Really appreciate the $10 super chat. Or become a subscriber to my channel. I've actually been thinking, I don't know if Rumble actually has an option where you can do subscribers only chat. Because if it does, I would really like to eventually move to a subscribers only chat. You would have to actually subscribe. Okay. And that would be a great way to just like prevent trolls from ruining the chat and all that. But yeah, you'd all have to actually subscribe to my channel if you want to then partake in the chat. I don't know how much that would cost, but I'm definitely considering doing something like that. Okay. So yeah, if you guys could be early, just subscribe to my channel. How much would that cost you? $5 a month to subscribe. Okay. Well, that's not an enormous amount. What about people saying Musk is a troll? It's the same horse shit. I mean, it's none of it is relevant. Yeah, I mean, they're just ending the woke. It's like all these people whining about, like they've all just like accepted, like woke is the thing, and they don't even see it anymore. Like, don't you realize they're actually undoing that crap? And quick too. So it's just I don't really care. I don't care how much people are like, it's not good enough. Dude, get the fuck over yourself. Just have an ounce of gratitude already. It's just really disgusting. It just makes me think, like, what? They just did like a poll out there and just see how many deranged people are only whining about Trump and Musk and all that. Like, that's all they do. and then just like, okay, let's re-implement the whole fucking woke agenda specifically for those people. Yeah? And then if you're not fucking whining and bitching about them, then you get to be free of the woke. You whine and bitch about them, you get subjected to woke rules. Yeah? Let's see what happens then. I mean, it's not technically possible, but that would have been interesting. Right? You want to live in a world where you can just whine and bitch about Elon Musk and Trump forever? Then you get to live in a woke world. You want to get out of the woke world? Stop whining and bitching about Trump and Elon Musk. I mean, that would be great. If anything, they are unwoke. What does that mean? Anunnaki, if you're talking about the people complaining about the Trump presidency and all that, and you're saying they're unwoke, well, then they're just really unthankful little scumbags. Oh, you're unwoke, are you? Oh, so it's gonna go away and you're not gonna be appreciative of that, then. You're just gonna keep whining and complaining about how it's never good enough for you. I mean, I don't know, I might be wrong, but that just seems like worse than woke. Then. That's worse. Yeah, people who never know gratitude and appreciation, that's worse than woke. In my opinion. It's nice and dry out there. It's good to see a super chat on the screen. I really appreciate the support, Cyberblitz. Who was that flat earth girl who used to have the woke show? Roxanne. British. Yeah, she was like a real on the streets type reporter person, and she did like try to like funnel the woke people into flat Earth. That was like her thing. I haven't heard from her in ages. She was a really nice person though. Very British. And a bit woke, yeah, a little. But not like super cringy SJW style woke. She hated you for some reason. Okay. Well, you probably said some things that like really rubbed her the wrong way then. I mean, you did that with me when you started to talk all shit about Jesus. Right? So, maybe it's because of that. Ever consider that? Like maybe you just go over boundaries that make people hate you. Hmm? Maybe it's you, not those people, not them. Just saying. It was easy to do. Yeah, it's really easy to make people hate you. Yeah, it is. Oh, wow. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen, dipshit. I'm the common denominator. Okay. Whatever that means. Ah. $122 followers. Dude, I'm getting like tons of weird ads, even from Rumble itself. They have like, oh, we got ways to get you launched into like the more attention. I don't know what the hell I think they just really want me to like get a paid subscription to Rumble, and then that'll help me expand it to a degree. I actually want to do that. It's just that I can't pay for it. But I mean, as soon as I would be able to, I would actually become like a paid Rumble guy and try to expand a bit. Like just for not having the freaking ads anymore, that would be worth it. Where did all the flat earthers go? I don't know, they're just whining about the final experiment mostly. And like really actively not looking into Arwin's model that I've been talking about for years and years and years, telling them, hey, it's not a frickin' disc. It's not a disc. Perspective doesn't apply to the celestial lights. They just don't want to hear it. They're like, no, it's a disc. It's not looping. Looping is stupid. It's stupid. I don't know, man. I don't know why they haven't just all moved over. Like, hey, Arwin, yeah, turns out you were right all these years, and what do we do now? Nope. If I have 5 hours to spare, yeah, I don't. Brave rat? No, I'm not doing that. Roman religion into Christianity. Oh, hello. Jesus. I mean, yeah, that's there. I know it is, and it's not really even into Christianity. It's into Roman Catholicism, right? What I call the Nicene religion, because Roman religion, Roman paganism, killed off and then assimilated Christ's teachings, Jesus of Nazareth, and then basically encapsulated him, captured his essence, and proceeded to carry on with the Roman Catholicism. Like, Owen Benjamin had some really interesting, had it as a bit of a topic yesterday, and just showing like, oh yeah, that guy who, like, I don't remember the name, who pierced Christ's side with a spear when he was on the cross, right? Yeah, he's depicted as like this glorious guy holding up his spear proudly, like in the Vatican. Like, it's not what you'd expect, right? Yeah, unless that's actually Catholicism. Like, they're actually proud to be the ones that frickin' snuffed him out and captured him and are now like proudly celebrating his death around the world, right? They don't honor his teachings. No, they proudly celebrate his death with parades and honoring those that actually frickin' killed him with glorious statues, that kind of thing. Like, yeah, that's what they are. I mean, only been saying it for years. Yeah. Nicene religion, the theocracy, the Vatican, the leadership of Catholicism. It is the Antichrist Christianity that killed the real Christianity, assimilated it, captured it, dominated it. Like, they are the Bible makers. And then, like, yeah, doing exactly the opposite with everything that Christ recommended, and have been doing so for thousands of years, or 1,000 years, let's just say that. Yeah, I know. Right? Doesn't mean that all Catholics are evil. Like, they're just not in on it. I think most Catholics think that they are Christians, that they are following Jesus Christ. They don't realize like the whole thing is like this insane double-think mockery, really. Right? It's been designed to enable people in Catholicism to think that they are worshiping Jesus and following his teachings, when practically that's not what they're doing. Not really. They might be internally, but societally they are not. The whole apparatus is not doing that. The whole apparatus is about theocracy, is about ruling over other people's minds by a centralized institute. The thing Christ explicitly warned about and against. And that's what Catholicism is. Right? Doesn't make everybody in it evil. But at the core root, it is. It is evil. So hope anybody send me a PayPal. That would be great. I'm gonna check. Tomorrow's my birthday. Really hope somebody's gonna send me a PayPal so I can have like a really decent meal tomorrow. That would be great. Nope. Okay. Alright. Hey, Cyberblitz. Wow, thanks, man. Thanks, Cyberblitz. I really appreciate that. You found a bunch of subscriptions. That's awesome. Wow. Cool. Thank you so much. That is epic. Thanks, dude. I'm gonna take a 2-minute break. I'll be right back. Yeah. And I'm back. What does it do? It makes you a subscriber, which supports me. That's what it does. Right, and so if I ever cyber blitz, what? If I ever go to like a subscriber only chat, I don't know if that's even possible. I have to figure out if that is a possibility. Then now I can do that and have some people be able to join the chat. Right? Let's see. Where can I see? Huh. Chat settings. No. No. Okay. I don't know where the find it. Come on. Dashboard? Oh yeah, that works. Alright. So yeah, I'm now halfway able to cash out again with Rumble. So thank you for all the support. If I got like $25 more worth of subscriptions and stuff, then I can actually cash it out again. But thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Really awesome. Thank you. It's nice to have some subscribers. By the way, where are you from, Cyberblitz? Just for the record. America, England, Australia. They're the usual people that come and visit my chat. Maybe you're German. You do have the Blitz in your name. It's very popular there. Anyway, I'd just like to know. You don't have to reveal that if you don't want to. Has anybody in here actually watched the full Mind Unveiled video, by the way, about vampires? That they posted February 1st? Like, I'm 20 minutes in. Maybe somebody else actually watched it in full. That's why I'm asking. Or maybe you weren't familiar with the channel. I definitely recommend to check it out. They're very, very informative. Very deeply researched. And they're the ones that basically revealed like the whole homunculus thing to me. It's really freaky, Lyle. It's really freaky. But it is a thing, apparently. But they were also the ones that reaffirm it's not the first time. It's like when I was 12, we were taught this. I got it, like I remember like learning about it like with my mom and everything together. About how originally the writing in Europe was Arabic. Yeah. Like pre-Roman, it was Arabic. That there wasn't a lot of writing, but the writing that was there was basically like Arabic. It looked like it. And there's still like really old paintings that like have Arabic in them, like in the painting. It's really amazing. Have a good birthday. Thanks, Cyberblitz. Thanks for all the support. I really appreciate it. Right, so yeah, I mean, there's something really bizarre about Arabic because it's like Europe used to be that, then it basically got into the Middle East, settled there, and then like Arabic stayed there while Europe suddenly got all of its Arab stuff removed, also partially thanks to, or probably mostly thanks to the influences of the theocracy of the Catholic Church, right? Dominating it and erasing all the Arabic influences and replacing it with the Roman system, and that later then turned into the typical European writing. But before they did that, it was like an ancient form of Arabic, ancient Arabic, which is not exactly the same as like modern Arab language. And it was really about the writing. It wasn't even about how people spoke. It didn't sound like they were talking like Middle Eastern people back then. But the writing was just very similar. And it, in a way, it like looks very elven. Like Tolkien knew about this. And the way he wrote Elven, like the way he designed that language, like on the One Ring, that's Elven, right? That's like exactly what ancient Arabic, European Arabic looked like. So that's just amazing. Yeah, and I learned about this in a little way when I was younger. It just didn't have anything to... Oh, you're from Texas. Ah, good to know, Cyberblitz. Yeah. I didn't, have anything to put it into, that knowledge, when I was younger. But now I do, because I am, more actively reconstructing history based on my findings and not based on what we're being told by governments and all that, and in government institutes. And when Mind Unveiled presented that video, it was a real callback for me, and they just worked out all the details, and it's amazing. That channel's a really good channel. Let's see if I can find this specific video. It's from a while ago. Yeah, there you go. It's this specific video. So yeah, if you haven't checked that out, it's from a while ago. I definitely recommend you watch this. It's extremely revealing. Right, but also that Gnostic informant video that was posted earlier, did you get that? Anunnaki? That video will undoubtedly amount to the same thing as the video I just posted. To the knowledge that Europe wasn't as we know it now. Before, basically the Roman theocracy reformed everything. And I mean everything. Not just, the tribes and the states and all that, the way of rule, but just they changed every freaking thing. They removed culture, they replaced history, they replaced writing, language. They totally social engineered the fuck out of Europe. Yeah? That's what the Romans, the Roman Catholics, the Vatican, that's what they did back then. They completely reformed Europe into how it is now. It used to be very different before that. And not just in a bad way. Sure, there was some weird pagan shit, including human sacrifice, no doubt it was probably among it. But it's not it was total savagery as the Roman Catholics like to claim it was, right? To them, it's just about power and mind control. That's the entire objective of theocracy. And they rewrote history and everything in the process. And the timeline, even, like, the timeline is not accurate. As we get taught right now, it seems very obvious to me, interjected 1,000 years in the history, the fabled medieval times, which are not that. Arguably, they did not exist. It was a Roman era, in reality. Like, that's the time when the supposed Romans were there, and then they switched. Plus, the membership from Cyberblitz. Yeah, underground tunnels. Cyberblitz just giving everybody subscriptions? Huh. I really appreciate that, Cyberblitz. Just make sure not to give the trolls any. I'll ban them before they can get handed a subscription. And besides, I mean, having a subscription does not prevent me from banning you, necessarily. I mean, I did that on YouTube. It's like, but I'm a subscriber. Yeah, but you're a troll asshole. Banned. Like, too bad. That can still happen. What, by the way, is that icon? Open image in new tab. Oh, it's a tower. Okay, so subscription gets tower icons. Like a fortress tower. Huh. Cool. Well, today's turned out to be a great show. I'm really happy about it. Got some support, got good subjects, got even a bit fired up, but not out of control. There's been barely any trolls. It's been great. Thanks everybody for being there, and I hope you're enjoying the show. Don't forget to Rogans it up if you are. Good morning in the afternoon. Yeah, whatever. Hello, Alice Springer. What is that? Okay. That was weird. Right, so yeah, I can't fit anything else in this title. It's already oversized as it is. But it does properly reflect the subjects that I've addressed today. And now we're talking a little bit about Catholicism and all that, but I mean, I can't fit that in the title too, man. It's just too much. Right? I mean, if people roll in and are like immediately interested in talking about such things, then maybe that could be the title of the show, another show, when it actually starts out with that. Because, I mean, the titles of my shows are gonna be about the starting subjects. Because that's the first thing people are gonna bump into. I don't want them to bump into things that have nothing to do with the title. Because then they'll be like, what? This is false advertising. It's okay to get fired up now and then? Yeah, it is. I know. It's just kind of annoying when people say things and then I get really fired up because of the message that they brought that is not necessarily their message, and then they take it really personal and they think I'm attacking them when I'm not. Right? Like what happened with the Hyperion. It happens sometimes. And I'm like, it's just unfortunate when that happens. It's just those people that are getting really whiny about Trump and it's never good enough and you're all trolls and you're fake and you're secretly Antichrist. I just can't stand those people. They're so aggravating. It is like really demonic at this point to do that, right? And yeah, that does not mean that I think that Trump is the second coming of Christ. Okay, just to be clear, I've already said like yeah, it's probably not going to end as well as it started, but you just have to appreciate good things when they are happening. Don't be that damn stick in the mud. And still, people are that damn stick in the mud. And it's just so aggravating. Like, you are wasting your energy and everybody's energy. You're wasting an opportunity. It's an opportunity for people to climb out of this hole that's been dug for us for so long. And finally, the lid is coming off and you're just like, you're not good enough to say. Like, dude. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? So, Trump just took the lid off the hole, and you're basically asking him, put the lid back on. You're not good enough to save me. What? Why? Why? It's just so stupid. Loopy Earth today. Oh, it's loopy Earth every day. Because it is looping. Looping is the reality. The reality that you just can't get. Because you're dim. Hey, HD Stirrup. Yeah. Every day is a loopy Earth day. Because it is. It is looping. Not a disc. Not a ball. Yeah? Looping. That's what it is. You don't have to understand it or respect it. Just have to accept that it is something that you don't like. Apparently. Did I say I didn't like it? Yeah. When you use words in that fashion, that's like a blatant sign of disrespect. Right? If you would have phrased it in a way not to sound disrespectful, you would have said, so looping Earth is not a subject for today. Yeah? If you say no loopy Earth, yeah, that's blatantly disrespectful. That's like has an undertone of mockery. Yeah. That's right. Although maybe you just need to cover yourself in just to feel like, no, I'm better than that. I can mock it, even though I obviously don't understand it. I may have asked for some details on how it works. Yeah, and I have explained on the details of how it works on the show that's dedicated to that subject where it is in the title. Yeah? Not today. Why don't you go watch that early bird show where I explain it in detail? Why don't you go watch that one? Yeah, I'm not here to keep repeating the same subject over and over again because someone in the chat just doesn't get it. Yeah, I have explained it properly. I've explained it properly for hundreds of times in the last decade. Oh, what the hell? Dude, what the fuck? How the hell did that page unmute? That's ridiculous. On Rumble? Yeah, that's right. Literally on the show yesterday. Yeah, where it's in the title. The show yesterday. Yeah, it was a very short show. I explained it though, and then nobody said anything for like 30 minutes straight. So then I rounded out. It's what happens. The whole thing about the looping is it doesn't require an hour non-stop. It's based. I can explain the core factors of it in like 10 to 15 minutes. Very meticulously. Like it doesn't require an hour. Must have missed that bit. It was there yesterday. I talked about it yesterday. And hey, there are entire dedicated shows to it. Like around the final experiment, right? When that happened, I made an entire show purely dedicated to that subject. Got a lot of views too. Right? So you wanna know about looping rectangular flat Earth and the celestials and everything? Go to that show. I'll literally post the link to that specific show here on Rumble. It's been a while. A 24-hour sun in Antarctica does not disprove Earth being measured flat. That's number 1. Antarctica 24-hour sun aftermath. Earth still measured flat. Train to explain. There's that one. And you probably want to listen to the show after that as well, right? The antiquators and the potential of an unfamiliar celestial demisphere, which is also part of it. Yeah. I mean, I have tons of times that I talked about it. I just don't talk about it every day because I like to talk about new things. Yeah. There is no teleportation underground tunnels. There's no teleportation or any similarity to it. And there's no portal, there's no sudden displacement from one location to another. It's just a looping continuum. Looping continuum. One thing. There's no displacement, no hole to go through. It's one thing. A continuum. The entirety of it, the entire volume, the entire available volume is looping. All of it. And the only model? Well, it is the model that's not just assuming a Euclidean infinite available space that might be cut off by a dome and then you just don't know. No, it is the model that basically states there is a limited available volume for matter to exist in, and which beyond there is no available volume for matter to exist in. Yeah? That is a fundamental aspect of the rectangular looping realm. It very pronouncedly states there is a limited volume. Not just because a barrier stops you, but because there is no more volume. Yeah, that's very specific. It's a cylinder then. No, it's flat and it loops. No, Pingu. No, there weren't. You just keep bringing it up. Yeah? You guys are the ones that keep up fucking bringing up portals and bringing up teleportation. That's not me. Yeah? And even the Book of Enoch, portals. Yeah, okay, it says portals. Oh my god, it must be portals. Or they just didn't know how to describe what they had figured out. And so they just said portals because fuck it. They don't, instead of saying portals, let's just explain non-local holographic angular manifestation. Like anybody in the fucking world at the time would get that. Yeah? Nobody would get that. It would confuse the shit out of every goddamn person in the world. Yeah? So they'd probably just set portals. Yeah? Doesn't mean there is a portal. Doesn't mean there is any portal as part of the functioning of the realm at all. Or teleportation. Yeah? It's just a looping continuum. Space interconnected with itself like a loop. All of it, the entire thing, the total volume is all looping. The total volume is all looping. All of it. There is no portal. There is no teleportation. It is all looping. All of it. All the volume that exists. Yeah? I don't know how to tell you it and emphasize it more. There's no logical reason for any of you to ever bring up teleporting or portals ever again, other than they said portals in the Book of Enoch, and that's it. Like, that's the only reference that is a justifiable excuse to use the word portal, because it's certainly not relevant in the rectangular looping model. Okay? Can I get a confirmation from you two? Underground Tunnels, Pingu 70? Can you confirm what I just said? Yeah? Because if I catch you bringing this up again, I will ban you. If I catch you using those words again in context to looping model, I will ban you. Do you understand? So, can I get a confirmation that you received the specific information about what you brought up? That you just received that information that I just shared? Specifically in response to you bringing this up. Can I get a confirmation right now? Or will I simply ban you the next time you bring it up? You won't mention... Oh, you can mention looping again. Just don't think that it has anything to do with teleportation or portals, because it doesn't. Which I just specifically addressed. Cases people might accidentally going into alternate dimension. Okay, Cyberblitz, that's really interesting. Has absolutely nothing to do with the looping nature of the realm, though. Yeah? Fascinating. Absolutely, I get it. I mean, dimensional shifting and all that, that's freaky. Has absolutely nothing to do with the spatial dynamics of the available volume of the realm, though. It's completely different. Although maybe it's related to meddling with the fabric of what makes the looping continuum function the way it does, right? Bypassing the loop somehow, like a wormhole effect. I mean, if the whole thing is like a wormhole effect, a looping continuum, then maybe if you'd understand how it could be like that somehow, then you could alter some of that function, resulting in, I don't know, portaling to another location within the available loop. Like, I don't know, it could be possible physically, but not per default. Per default, the looping continuum is just looping, all of it, the entire available volume. Avoid the word. No, you just have to confirm what I just told you. Yeah? Not teleporting, not portal. Yeah, it's not about avoiding the word, it's about understanding why you shouldn't bring it up anymore. Understanding it. Not just, oh, do what I say. No, understand. Understand it. Understand why I'm getting irritated for you bringing it up multiple times. When I keep addressing it, why it's not that. You already did. I'm sorry, saying cool, whatever is not confirming that you understand. It seems kind of like, okay, I'm not really listening. That's what that sounds like. Yeah, it's not like, oh, here, let me give you feedback that I exactly understand what you just explained to me. Yeah, cool, whatever is not a detailed explanation that confirms you understood what I talked about. Okay. What powers the wormhole constantly? I don't fucking know. How the hell should I know? God. Whatever God put in place to make it happen. The designer. I don't know what it is. I don't have mastery over the creation of matter out of nothing. I don't know. How the fuck should I know? I mean, it's, I guess, a relevant question in the ground tunnels, but I mean, you can't expect me to actually know. Yeah, my intelligence and insights, like, they do not reach into, like, how the divine created the material realm. Yeah? I don't know. You have dropped the topic. Okay. Okay, Pingu. Still not a confirmation you actually understood what I said. Nothing in the Bible. Okay, still not a confirmation of anything I said. Witsit thinks he knows. Oh yeah, I'm sure he does. Right? Because Witsit believes in a non-manifested manifester of all things. The thing that you could never prove but has to be because you presuppose it has to be. Yeah. No. No, Cyberblitz. The Witsit does not get it. Like, everything I've been hearing from him recently, he's just whining and complaining all the time. Like, they're all just turning against me because the results weren't what they wanted. Like, seriously?
it's tedious. Like, why? How do you actually find out it's looping? Okay, well, there you go, Betsy Pie. That's a relevant question. It's not the first time I heard a question, but it's relevant. Yeah, how do you find out it's looping? By walking a straight line or flying it with a hypersonic jet, flying in a dead reckoning straight line until you find that you end up exactly where you started out. Fly in a straight line, you keep flying, and oh, hey, I was here. This is where I started. Yeah, that's how you know you're looping. By moving in a dead reckoning straight line, no deviations, no curves, no circles, in a straight line, and then you end up where you started. That's how you know. Yeah? The Earth was a disk surrounded by a dome. Then you wouldn't be able to fly in a straight line forever. Actually straight. You would eventually end up in this Antarctic circle and then crash in the dome. Right? That's it. That's how you know. Yeah. You take the equator regions, you fly, let's say west to east in a straight line. You keep flying in a straight line. And if you find yourself being able to do that for a long period of time, well, guess what? You're not in a disk. You're not in a domed disk then. Have I done it? No. Of course I have not personally done that. I'm just telling you, this is how you find out. This is how you falsify whether it is looping or not. I'm pretty damn sure it is at this point. With all the rest of the data, all the things, all the scale inconsistencies, the disk map, scale inconsistencies, that's insurmountable proof that it's not literal. Insurmountable. Absolutely devastating, permanent proof that it is not literally that. Yeah? Also, there's no curve. There's no physical curve to go over. It is absolutely flat. Well, only a few things remain then. He got paid off. Who knows, Anunnaki? Who knows? Where did the looping concept come from? I figured it out. East to west. Straight line. Looping continuum. Yeah? And I might have seen some videos here and there, but yeah, who cares about that? I'm the one that's championing the idea, and I have for 8 solid years. And who the fuck cares where I got the idea from? I'm the one that's actually championing it. It's mine. Whoever gave me the idea, who cares? Yeah, and the sun being holographic, non-Euclidean, not actual positioning, that idea is purely mine. I am like an original conceiver of that idea. Nobody gave me that idea, yeah? In the time when I figured out, hey, the sun is holographic. 2016, yeah? Yeah, nobody said that, ever. Nobody in history, in world history, all the people in the past, nobody said that, yeah? The best you could get is like, I think that the sun and the moon might be plasma. Yeah, that's like, oh, wow. Oh, so spectacular. Yeah, that everybody's so impressed, so mystical about. Yeah, it's a fucking hologram. Okay? I'm the one that said that. Nobody else said that. I'm the one that said that. There's now gradually some people that are sort of getting the gist of it, going with it a little bit. Yeah? I am the individual on Earth that has put that idea down. Exclusively. That was me, Arwin. 2016. The sun is a hologram. Yeah? I mean, not even Crow 777 with his moon ripple actually said it's a hologram. You just said like, oh, this is not the image, it's not the actual thing, it's like a reflection, because he's just holding onto this fucking dome bullshit. And it's all plasma, it's all nonsense. I mean, it is. Sorry, old man. It is bullshit. I don't care. I deal with it. It's a hologram. It doesn't have an actual position. There is no thing it is a reflection of. That's it. The hologram is it. There's no reflection origin. You can't find it. You can find the Euclidean position that is the origin point for the reflection. Yeah? Nobody can. Because it's not there. It doesn't exist. You only get to see the non-local holographic angular manifestation of the celestial lights at the edge of your view perpetually. That's how everybody sees it. And there is no origin thing that it's reflected from. It just isn't there anywhere. And that's it. Is it only on YouTube and now what the fuck are you talking about? Nobody cares, Alice Springer. I'm championing it. It's looping. I'm the one that's even using the word. And if you're gonna keep on whining, then I know you're a troll. And I will ban you. Yeah, looping. Yeah, I know. I'm the one that's using that word. I'm the one that started using the word. Now, I did not get the idea myself, but the individual and their works that I got the idea from certainly wasn't using it. They weren't using the word. They're probably shitting their pants, scared of them being declared crazy. The holographic universe. Yeah, but that's different, Patsy Pie. That's different. Holographic universe says that the outer space is a hologram. That's what it says. Yeah? It's claiming a depth. And then says, but depth, it's all just lights within the depth of it. That's what the holographic universe claims. I'm not claiming that. I'm saying there is no depth. There is no actual position of any of it. It's a non-local hologram. A non-local holographic universe, if you will. Yeah, that's not part of the holographic universe theory that's in the 90s. I don't care, Alice Springer. I don't fucking care. The looping concept never goes away, it keeps returning. Yeah, that's right. It's everywhere. It's in science fiction too. Yeah, it's in Star Trek Next Generation. It's in the Matrix movie. And I bet it's in other stuff too that I haven't even picked up on. Like, they have a hint that it's there. People have figured out that it is probably looping and then realized, okay, we'll roll this out literal, we'll just be absolutely shat upon by the majority of people that will not accept it at all. So we just leave it to weird science fiction little mini truth drops in shows. And that's it. As a secondary thing, not to get any primary attention. That's how they then place it within science fiction. And that's it.
That's what they do. That's the only thing you get to see, anything that involves looping. Because people can't handle it. They go absolutely nuts. Everything in the sky are holograms. Yeah, but it's not just holograms, yeah? Okay, the holographic universe theory, again, claims a depth. A depth. Like, they are holograms with Euclidean positions in outer space. That's the holographic universe concept since the 90s. Yes, Betsy Pie? Is that... Or am I incorrect about that? You can tell me if I'm incorrect about it, but I'm pretty damn sure that that is exactly what it is. That was the claim. I remember it. I remember when I heard about that first on the television at the time. Yeah? That's not what I'm saying, though. I'm saying there is no depth. There is no outer space volume. It's like a fourth dimensional illusion. A hologram that does not have actual locations, only apparent locations in relation to the observer, that can never be reached, and that will move along with the observer. Whatever it is, including a camera, anything. And that's it. That's what makes it very different. So the only difference is the depth then. Yeah, it's a very, very big fucking difference. Yeah. Because the holographic universe is a ball Earth based theory. OBS like almost crashed. Non-local holograms. Local to the Earth? No. No, they are not underground tunnels. They are non-local anywhere. Hey, Woodwork and Gunny Bear. Good to see you. You're in late. But that's fine. I'm actually gonna round out soon though, because I need to get some groceries before it gets all dark. Need to get butter to be specific. I don't know why you guys always have to start doing this like at the end of my shows. Like nobody ever brings any of this up until it's like the last half hour, like 2.5 hours in. Like the first 2 hours I'm just sitting there like, oh, I just have to figure out how to talk about something.
And then when I'm like ready to kind of like round out the show, then everybody suddenly, oh no, we want to hear about the loopy stuff. And dude, why don't you just actually show up when I start the show? I don't know. Sorry. It's making me cranky. Yes, Woodworking Bunny Bear, I know. Not addressing you specifically. And yes, Cyberblitz, black holes aren't real. That's correct. So we're doing some laundry earlier. Okay. More of a theory? No, I'm not gonna say anything. I think it's real. I think that is the reality. The sheer total resistance of like anybody even attempting to think about it, to me, is evidence that it's real. Because in my philosophical opinion, the truth, the true, absolute truth, would be rejected by every person in the world, except maybe me and one other person or something. Like, the more people reject it, the more likely it is true. Because you just refuse to accept it. Yeah? Devil in you making you reject it. Dream breaker. The truth is a dream breaker. And there's an aspect of you that just does not want to accept it. Right? So, no, it's not a theory. Because it has nothing to do with theory. It has nothing to do with science. It isn't science. Yeah, there's no varying and manipulating of an independent variable. There's no effect of which you need to establish the cause. This is a what is scenario. This is a cosmology scenario. Not a theory. It's a cosmology. I could write a book on this. Why would the fuck would I write a book about it when I can just keep talking about it and improve every time I do? Why the hell would I write a book about it and have it become outdated eventually? And then people keep referencing that fucking book that's outdated with outdated information. I have to keep updating them every damn time. Like, no. Writing a book is ugh. I mean, eventually. I sort of tried to start writing about it. It's just that. It's just really difficult. Books have multiple editions. Yeah, I'm sure they do. Write a book, make cash. Oh, yes, it's all about that. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, well, if I do such a thing for money, then it's bound to fail. Yeah, that's not how it works. But I mean, if my financial situation improves somewhat, then at some point I might just be like, you know what? I am really gonna try to write a book about it now. I still have the notes of it. It's just I didn't hit off. It just didn't. Had too much issues anyway. Psychological, like with dark world visions and all that getting in my way. Fear, massive amounts of fear. That's all kind of subsided now. So I could probably give it another go. Give it away for free? Yeah, no. I'm not gonna spend money to just give it away for free. It's not, no. So, thanks for the suggestion. You can stop now. Thanks. Right. And I'm gonna round out the show because I'm getting hungry. Thanks everyone for coming. I hope you liked this show. I did. If you liked it too, then please don't forget to Rogan's it up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Like some people have actually, but follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are in the description box below. Or subscribe to my channel. I'm an Arwin channel supporter. Or drop me a super chat. Any support would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, thanks again Cyber Blitz for handing out all the subscriptions and the super chat. I really appreciate it. And hope others will also do that kind of thing. I can really use the support, right? Right, I'll be back tomorrow with Flat Earth Early Bird number 2197 on a Thursday, and it's also going to be my birthday tomorrow. So, I secretly hope to get a bonus or something. Like on the PayPal, because I mean, that's the only thing where I can actually cash it immediately if I got it. And, have it on my bank account, within 5 minutes. Unlike all the other sources, which take at a minimum of a week. So, just saying, if you really want to help me out financially quick, it's going to have to be the PayPal. Otherwise, it's just going to take forever, and then it's not going to arrive immediately. Right. So, hope everybody has a great day. It's been a nice long show for a change, and ended up talking about flat Earth and looping and celestial lights and all that after all. In the last hour. Didn't intend to, but I mean, it is what it is, and I could continue the conversation. I'd prefer to have that subject be delved into a bit earlier into the show next time. Right. Because then I can also add it to the title. Right, so anyway, everybody have a great rest of the day. Hope you got some nice weather. Thanks again, everybody, for popping by and subscribing and all that, and helping out with the conversation and the subjects. Hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to Rogan's it up. Right. See you all tomorrow, hopefully. And until the next video, keep it flat.
Working for Uncle Sam.
I love working for Uncle Sam.
Lets me know just who I am.
Lets me know just who I am.
Oh, hey, watch out who's lurking there. You ladies carry on the tune, I'll go have a look. What the heck is that? Well, looky here, we got ourselves a grade A, top-shelf, first-class, nincompoop art, you lazy sack of croissant crumbs. You couldn't debate your way out of a paper bag with instructions printed on the inside. You call yourself an elf? No, more like a couch potato in a cheap jumper with holes big enough to drive a truck through. And don't even get me started on your dark world nonsense. Non-local holograms? Boy, the only thing non-local here is your common sense. It's gone AWOL. And let me tell you, that sea moss and fish oil diet ain't healing a darn thing except your ability to make sense. Your chat trolls, Roger and Terret, and the rest of the ferret army, they're running circles around you while you're too busy pretending to be a wizard. The only magic you've got is the ability to waste people's time. You're the king of dead air, the sultan of stupid, and the emperor of excuses. Now drop the nonsense and do something productive for once, you overgrown garden gnome. Irvin. If trolls were a football team, they'd hang your shiny bald head on the wall as their trophy. The ferret army. They've got you so twisted, you don't know your left from your right. You've got all the intelligence of a busted sea moss jar and the charisma of a dead battery. Arvin, you are living proof that not all elves are magical. In fact, you're about as magical as a soggy piece of toast. And that shiny dome of yours, good Lord, boy, I can see my reflection in it. You better put some sunscreen on that thing before the trolls use it as a spotlight. You think math isn't real, son? The only thing not real is your grasp on reality. And don't even get me started on your so-called dark world vision crap. The only dark thing about it is the shadow your bald head casts. You're a twinkle-toed retard with delusions of grandeur. Now pack it up, elf boy, and shine that bald head of yours up your backside because you're done here. You're sitting there on Rumble, drooling over Owen Benjamin like a lovesick schoolgirl. Don't think we haven't noticed, elf boy. Every time he streams, you're the first one in the chat, batting your eyelashes through your keyboard. Let's not forget how you blush like a tomato every time someone brings him up. Owen's so insightful, you say. Owen's a genius, you gush. Boy, the only thing he's inspiring is your embarrassing crush. Now listen up, Arvin. If you're going to play the part of the closet gay, hopeless romantic, at least own it. Otherwise, you're just another bald-headed fool hiding behind his fish oil and broken jumper. Now shut up before I make you write "I love Owen" on the blackboard 500 times. You think the world owes you a living, don't you? Sitting there in your holy jumper, looking like a rejected extra from a bad Christmas movie? Let me tell you something, Arvin. Jobs don't magically fall into your lap, especially when you're too busy banning trolls from your chat. You're so lazy, I bet if ambition were a bus ticket, you'd still miss the ride. Welfare's not a career, Arvin. You can't live your whole life on the government dime, hiding behind your afternoon streams and your stupid dark world themes. You've got more excuses than a cat in a rocking chair factory. The trolls are out to get me. The dark world is calling. The only thing calling, son, is reality. And you keep sending it to voicemail. You love pointing fingers, don't you, Arvin? Always saying everyone else is the problem. But here's the truth, Cupcake. The only problem is staring back at you in the mirror. You project your faults onto others like a broken movie projector. But guess what? Nobody's buying your nonsense anymore. Here's the deal, Arvin. Nobody likes a narcissist who can't back it up. You go into debates like you're a gladiator, but you leave looking like the court jester. Nathan Oakley tossed you out like yesterday's trash, and for good reason. You're the only person I know who could lose an argument to themselves. Congratulations, champ. You're officially a one-man embarrassment parade. And you couldn't hold your spot on Ballbusters, and that's a show where people argue about the shape of the earth. You didn't just drop the ball, you spiked it into your own face. Huey had to cut you loose because even he couldn't make sense of your ramblings. And let me tell you, if Huey thinks you're too far gone, you're in real trouble, son. So get off your glowing backside and get yourself a job. Because if I see you loafing around on another live stream, begging for donations, I'm going to mail you a job application myself. Now move it, elf boy. Let's get really serious now, son. You've pissed off more people than a fart in a room full of judges. Now you better march your sorry lazy ass to Tarek, Neil Cosentino, Bible U, Nathan Oakley, QE, Adam Meakin, Flatsoys, and Jamie Sea-Level, and you better give them a damn apology, or I swear to God you'll be eating your words, literally. Now get out of my face, scumbag, bloody retarded ass maggot clown.